Josh here. I'm going to show you that second part of that intro. If you've caught the first video, I taught the first phrase of my intro to Amazing Grace that I wrote. And so that first line you guys picked up on. Hopefully, if you haven't, please check that video out. So what did I do there? I started with my index finger on the 2nd fret on the... So what I'm doing is doing a line up from the 7th of the D major, because the tune is in D major, and I'm going, or I can do just, you hammer on, sometimes I'll pick it, but usually I'll do just hammer-ons. So for the top I'll do the pull-off. But I'm starting the 7th, so it's the C sharp to the D for the 2nd finger, right, middle finger, then the pinky to the E, so all hammer-ons, except when I get up to the, and how I usually pick that, I'll do a downstroke on it, then an upstroke when I hit that F sharp. Then alternate picking for each one. Then doing a pull off from the G to the F sharp down to the back to the D right there. So I'm going, okay. This is all D major, and to give some, what I did, I played between the 3rd and the 4th, so there's a need for resolution in that melody there, so that provides some sort of a lyrical phrase. So what I'm doing there, I'm keeping down the D, and then I'm placing this voicing, and many of you may not be familiar with this. This is a major 7th chord. And so what I have, it's in first inversion, G major. So I went through D major to G major. You could still treat that as D. But then right when I hit that chord, that's a G major 7th, and it's a first inversion, so that means I have the 3rd on the bottom. First inversion chords, we have the 3rd in the bass. Okay, so I have the B, which is the major 3rd of G major. Then with my pinky here, I'm placing it on the G note on the D string. Okay, that's the 4th string. Okay, from right here, and then I have a bar with my 1st finger. Okay, so I'm barring from the all the way up here, all the way up to the top. So and the notes I'm playing with that are these. I'm playing the B and then the A. Okay, and that's the 2nd, so it's a G major 9 first inversion, which sounds a little complicated, but it just tells you what you're doing. First inversion, 3rd in the bass. If they say it's a 9th chord, it's a G9, that means you have the A, which is the 2nd note up from G. So G, if you play the G major scale, so G, A, B major 3rd, C the 4th, D the 5th, E 6th, F sharp is this major 7th back up to the G. Okay, so you get that. So it adds some dimension to the sound. This kind of chord, I like using these a lot, but you don't want to use them too much, or it can, get old quick. That's the thing. You can use some really cool chords, but if you play too much of them, it's gonna bore the listener and bore you, which is what you definitely don't want. E again. Okay, G, A, again, that's with the 1st finger. And then with your middle finger here, you're on the D, okay, and then hitting that F sharp in the top. So that, again, like I mentioned in the first video, is a flamenco flourish with the those are the 64th notes going into just on the offbeat is a 16th note. It's like, and how do I transition from that to this, this is an inverted chord too. This is an A7 inversion. This is also a A7 with a 9. So just the same thing like I explained earlier on the first video. I'm hitting it down, establishing, then I'm going down again to do the 64th into the two 16th notes. What I do to transition, though, I have to do a string mute, give myself a chance to go. And if you've practiced strumming, you're doing chord progressions, transitioning between chords, you'll learn comfortably. It'll become like second nature. That kind of technique of properly strumming, keeping a beat while you're changing your position, your left hand. So on that 16th note, just before I go to this chord, okay, and then this chord is the again first inversion, A7 with an add 9, or you could call it A dominant add 9. There's a lot of different ways of playing these chords, but with me trying to, as I wrote this, you just learn proper voice leading. You're not going to play this and then do this. You could in the piece, but it just wouldn't work for what I want to do. Here's real quick different ways you can play A7. First, you got this. Okay, you can do that. You can do this, which is just 3 notes right there. Okay, I'm not going to explain all this. You can do this, add the 4th, it's an 11th. Okay, that's different. Add the 7th on that. Then I could do a dominant 9 chord with the make a 13 on the top. And I could do an open string. Okay, I could do the tonic on top, the top. Okay, there's a lot of different ways to do this. This is still A7 with a 9. And here's one, a 13th with the 9th. Okay, 9's right here. B. Okay, so there's different ways of playing it, but you gotta you can explore, and remember to keep good voice leading. You don't want to, like, if you want to see it on a page looking pretty fluid when it's notated. C sharp, that's the major third of A. Okay, of A dominant. Then you have the flat 7, you got the G, okay? Remember that's the 7th of A7. Then you got the B, that's the 9th that is added. And then you have the E on top, which is the 5th. What am I doing after that? But I'm still in A7th, and I'm not doing any altered tones. What I'm doing is moving a whole step up from my middle finger, but I'm going to place my first finger on that C sharp on the G string. That's a portamento right there. Remember that's the carriage. Okay, you're carrying the voice, and I'm sliding it whole step. Okay, so I'm going 3rd, 7th right there, my 3rd finger, the G right there, B to the C sharp. So like it's an octave up, right? So, and then I slide up middle finger to the C sharp, then go back down to the B string to the G, and I slide down back a minor 3rd to the E, and then I go back down. Okay, so I'm just outlining A7. Okay, 3, 7, 9, 3, 7. Slide down to the 5th E, then the 3rd again, and then I resolve that to remember that's a leading tone going the 3rd of the 5 chord, because A is the 5 chord of D major. Okay, so that's leading to the 1. That's the end of this phrase in this video. This piece isn't particularly easy, but if you spend enough time on it, you're going to nail it. And if you want to learn this, and you can take pieces of it, you know, that's the thing, you don't have to take the whole thing. Just take what sounds good to you. What might, like, hey, you know, I heard something from that guy Josh played something on a video, I can use that in my piece, or I can even play that on my violin or harmonica or whatever. That's the beauty of all this. Open D string, okay, D on that 3rd string again. My 3rd finger is on the F sharp, okay, establishing, so that's the 1 octave, and then the 3rd, and then the D, the A, the 5th on the top, or yeah, that's in the next phrase. I'll do that in the next one. So you're playing 4 notes there: D, D, F sharp, and then E, which is the, and that's the 2nd. The E is the 2nd note up from D. So from the top, okay. Well, I hope that was a help to you. It's a blessing to be able to write some things like this, and then to share it, which is my goal, to really share it and bless people with it, and to not hold on to this and keep it in my room or wherever. These things are meant to be shared with those around you, and in this case, globally, which is the goal too. So thanks a lot for watching. Bye.